So hello everybody. Thousands of people have been in touch with me by email, by phone, by postcard, asking for my views as a candidate in the general election about a wide range of different subjects. And I've responded to those people, but it occurred to me that it might be useful for people who haven't had time to get in touch and who I haven't been able to see on the doorstep. It occurred to me it'd be useful perhaps if I just gave you a quick rundown of what my views are on particular issues. So here we are, lovely sunny day, Bracken is here assisting, so here we go. I have signed up for the anti-fracking pledge. I am against fracking. I am for the Transatlantic Trade and Investment Partnership. I'm happy that the NHS is going to be excluded from that, and I am happy that the negotiations will take place transparently. I am really delighted about the proposal to put £3.5 billion into mental health over the next Parliament. I think people really are embracing that. I am not supportive of the NHS reinstatement bill. At the moment, 6% of NHS services are contracted out, and that is 1.5% more than it was in 2010. I'm not sure privatisation of the NHS is as much of a worry as people think. In addition to which, I'm really supportive of charities such as Marie Curie Cancer Care and Macmillan getting involved in the NHS, and I'm sure everybody would support that. I'm really also delighted about the proposal in the Lib Dem Manifesto to put £8 billion into the NHS by the year 2020. I think we must all give that a thumbs up. Likewise, with NHS Pay, delighted to see that the poorest paid people in the NHS will have a pay increase of up to 5.8%. I am a strong believer that the NHS should be free at the point of delivery, and I would resist anything that interfered with that. The bedroom tax has been a very important issue for many people, and although we do not propose to get rid of it, what we do propose is to ensure that people are protected considerably more than perhaps they are at the moment, and in addition to which, specifically people who need a second bedroom because of disability or carers should be protected. And lastly, people who are potentially going to pay the bedroom tax will have funding made available to them. I think we have got to remember that there are many thousands of families who are actually not in appropriate accommodation at the moment. So behind the idea of the bedroom tax is a good idea. We need to make sure the implementation is kinder. I'm thrilled that we propose a qualified teacher in every single classroom and that we are focusing on education from the years 2 to 19. That is a brilliant thing. The future is all about how we teach our children now, and we really need to focus on that. I am welcoming the proposal to put all national forests in a trust. I am welcoming the Nature Act that the Lib Dems propose, which addresses a number of different issues to do with the environment. I am very much against the Conservative proposal to allow registered social landlord tenants to buy their properties. What is the point of that? And it is going to bankrupt every single RSL. What we need to do is to put funding into provision of more affordable homes, not reduce the number of affordable homes available to people. I am very keen on a zero carbon Britain. As you probably know, we will be proposing that all property is properly insulated by the year 2035, and there's a lot of really great stuff going on there. I'm very supportive of the Leonard Cheshire campaign for disabled friendly buildings. The Papworth Trust does brilliant work on this locally, which I've always supported, and I very much look forward to seeing more of that. I am proud that we are maintaining international development commitments at 0.7% of gross national income. It is by using that money wisely, and by the way, not for India's space program, it is by using that money wisely that we have an opportunity to influence places where life is really horrible. I'm in favour of the two-state solution between Palestine and Israel, and I would really much prefer that we had a lot more jaw and a less war. I look to see movement on that, particularly from the United Nations. I support the non-binary election pledge. I am generally disposed to support assisted dying as long as proper safeguards are in place. I think that the current abortion laws are appropriate, and I would not support any changes to those. I would not support the repeal of the Hunting Act, and I am in favour of gay marriage. Again, I don't think in this country that Christian values are under threat from the equalities agenda, and I am pleased that we propose to implement Leveson and also changes on football governance. This is quite a list, isn't it, of different things. If you are not interested in any of these, but do have an item that you want to get in touch with me about, please do so before Thursday and I can tell you how I feel. I am very proud to support Crisis and their campaign No One Turned Away, and again I'm really thrilled that to support CAMRA, who are fighting so hard for local pubs and restaurants, and this is something that I'm particularly keen on in terms of Article 4 directions, which South Cambridgeshire I hope will implement sooner rather than later. I've signed the Social Economy Charter, I have signed the World Wildlife Fund for Nature's Manifesto, I am backing shelters support for 300,000 homes in Britain, which as you know is in our manifesto. I'm supporting the Robin Hood tax, I am supporting Cross Cancer Out, and I have said to the breast cancer campaign that I'm not anxious to be a breast cancer ambassador, but I really have a very strong interest in that, as my own mother died of breast cancer age 60, something that's somewhat raw still for us all. I am against the Snoopers Charter. I think there's too much surveillance in this country already and I don't want to see any more. I am obviously very enthusiastic about the connection between poverty and climate change, and I think that organisations such as CAFOD are doing absolutely brilliant work, which I support there. I agree with the campaign Animals Matter, and I am backing Bob for the RSPB. Finally, one of my particular interests is the campaign run which supports disabled children and carers, 11,000 carers in South Cambridgeshire, and they do amazing work. I'm really supportive of that. So if there is an issue there that you want to hear more about, please get in touch. If there is an issue that I haven't mentioned before Bracken really breaks into the barking, then again, please get in touch. My contact details are all over the internet, and I really look forward to hearing from you. Thank you for watching. I'm sorry it's a ramble, but these things are important and I want people to know how I have come down one way or another on lots of these different issues. So thank you.